Mike messes with music. Let's take a look at the last of the Spark Live series and the XSonic ULooper. Hi, it's Mike, messing with music, here with the XSonic ULooper, working alongside the Positive Grid Spark Live amp. Great combination. You know, when you put it all together, you've got 8 settings for guitar, you've got 8 settings for microphone, and you can mix any of those settings along with the looper. So I can make my first track on a bass guitar sound, I can make my next track on a drum on the microphone, I can make my next track something with a lead on the guitar, and finish it off with some vocals. And I can loop all those together using this handy device. I'll tell you that the looper is a terrific tool, and it could use some improvements. There's some things that I'd like to see them do. They've said that they're going to come out with some enhancements that I'm going to talk about as well. Now, to start off with, let's take a look at the issue that was raised earlier in the video 2 of 3 on the Spark Live series. And that is the channel 3 and 4 problem with stereo. And so let's cut to a piece on that. We'll take care of that issue right away, and then we'll jump into the ULooper. So stick with us, keep messing with music. So this is in the research of the stereo on channel 3 and 4 and how that comes through the amp. The claim is that it does not produce a stereo when you put those two in. I decided to check out all the different streaming and connections for external music. I checked with my iPhone, and Bluetooth with my iPhone to the speaker seems to provide a stereo separation. So on my Mac, I plugged into a USB-C port on the Mac and plugged into the data and music port that is on the Spark Live, and I got the exact same results I'm about to show you by using, from my headphone jack, splitting into the 2 1/4-inch plugs, plugging in, spin it around, and when I play the song, if I go down here and I swing from the left to the right, there's an indiscernible difference, just a slight difference, but certainly not the separation that we're expecting, right? So same results when using the USB cord. So it seems that wireless, it can go stereo, but when you connect with a cord, you're not getting stereo separation. So it sounds pretty good, but it's just not a stereo separation. And so it proves my subscribers' point, and that's all there is to say about that for right now. All right, well, let's take a look at the XSonic ULooper. Comes in a very simple small box. I opened this a long time ago. There was packing material in here. It wasn't rattling around, but no styrofoam. So I'm a fan of it. Let's take a look at the very simple interface we've got here. Obviously, 5-volt input or 9-volt input is available. So 5-volt through a USB-C connector and 9-volt through a barrel connector. The amp connects from a USB-A, and of course on the amp it's a USB-C. So we'll need a cable that can convert that from one to the other. This can be connected with a switch. This is a non-functioning input. They put it here for a reason. They're going to be developing some kind of additional features for it, I'm sure. There's a volume, which we'll play with in a moment, and a light that flashes different colors, tells you what status you're in, and you change your status, of course, by hitting the button with your foot. So it's a very simple device. Let's set it up. Setting it up, first I'm going to take the amp connection on here, and I'm going to also plug in a power connection. And then I'm going to go put that so the amp connection is going to the audio data USB-C, and the power connection goes to the charge out, which is 5 volts, 1.5 amps. So we put those in there. You can see that the unit has started to flash, which obviously is it's now in standby mode. Now, I have recorded a loop in the past, so I'm going to be getting rid of that loop, but for right now, let's see what happens when you hit the button once. When you hit it once, it starts to play.
Not lie to you. You just need to believe me. Everything I say is true.
Hit it again. It's now in a mode where you could be adding another loop onto it.
Just need to believe me. I would not lie to you.
Now it's in play mode only, and now it's in hold mode, right? There is a card right here. I'm going to post it on the screen that shows you the different settings and how they all operate. But that's it. It's that simple. Oh, by the way, of course, the volume. It's a single volume level, no matter how many tracks you've got in there. So I've got, I think, 3 or 4 loops that I've put together for what we're hearing right now, but they're all controlled on a single level. So there is no way to control the level of the individual loops, which I think is a bit of a shortcoming. The other shortcoming is that there's no way to get rid of your latest loop. So, you've put down 2 or 3 really good loops, and then you've muff it up on the 4th loop, you got to start all over again. So if I have a complaint, that's the only complaint I've really got. And I saw something from the XSonic saying that was a feature they were working on. So I'm looking forward to that feature in the future. But hey, let's play with it and see how it works. Let's mess with some music. Getting a little tricky. The first track is, let's see, I've got to capture this. Okay, so the first track is on using Wooden Bridge, which is a bass guitar set up, and I'm using my bass guitar just to see how good that can sound. Now, in order to keep the beat, I'm going to use my Korg Mini, it's KR Mini, and I'm going to play 4 bars and play along. Play along with it. Started. Do a quick tune. Make sure this is good. Oh, switching switch. Let's go to SR.
we go. Go to vocal. You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me, I'm true. You gotta believe me. I would never lie to you. You gotta believe me. You gotta believe me, I'm true. You gotta believe me. I would never lie to you.
Well, it's not the best sounding song you've ever heard, but it's an example of how the looper can be used with multiple instruments, and it can really be a lot of fun. So that's me messing with music, emphasized on the messing today, but have some fun with this. The ULooper is an awesome toy, and I really enjoy playing with it, so I hope you do too. Keep messing with music.